doing a Wes. Wes isn't here for this episode. A little less Wes on this one, just because he didn't feel like it.
Yeah.
Just because he was like, nah. But that means I don't have to edit out him going every sentence. Every sentence that he says. So, quick fuck you to Wes on this one.
So what's Billy Boy doing? Is he doing anything?
Billy Boy? I don't think Billy Boy is going to join us. And even if he was, he said to me, because he was trying to get Wes to give him the mic, and Wes was like, no, that's my mic to not use to do the pod. Which he got from somebody else. He borrowed it from like another one of our friends. So it's like he bought it. Yeah. And he's just like, oh, it's mine.
Fine. He doesn't own it.
And then...
Why?
He was like, nah. And then I said to Billy, I was like... Because he was using some fucked like Xbox headset, but not even a good new one. Like an old-ass $25 bullshit headset with the fucking mic on the headset. And I was like, you can't use that again. It sounded horrendous. No. Go buy your Kmart and buy like a $15 fucking gaming mic and just talk into it real close. Like, that will be so much better. That would be like yards better. And he was like, no, I didn't do it. It was like all the way across the other side of town. And it's like, motherfucker, the town that you're talking about is like 4 minutes. That's like a 4-minute trip. That motherfucking town, the other side of that, it doesn't matter how like far from the other side of the town it is. No, it's still only the size of the town.
Yeah, I'm like, if I have to go to a shop, I have to go like probably ride about. It's probably like a 10 to 15 minute ride to go somewhere. But public transporting around takes me a good like 40 minutes. Like I've got a flat tire at the moment to get around. And this guy, where he lives, if he walks, it's probably like an hour and a bit into town and then back. I'm assuming he means Harvey Norman, which is a fair way away. But it is like, it's like 5-6 minutes from.
He drives.
His
he
place.
Can drive. It's probably cut. I don't know. He said he was working there earlier. So I don't know if he was fucking whatever, installing solar panels. You fucking bitch, Billy.
Alright, let's try it one more time. But
like, I've never heard, like, get on the tools.
Yeah, beat the fuck out of your dad. Yeah.
Fix your shit, bitch.
I don't know, were they? Were they just Germans or were they Nazis?
I don't know what I'm saying. ASMR, like reading sounds. Yes.
I wonder what the sex is like. Do you think it's like, angry?
Well, dude.
Not even looking at the kid.
I don't know, man. There's something enough about him.
Why can't people just be normal and just fucking beat off in private?
So unprofessional.
What the fuck? Get on the tools.
Alright, what is this? What am I looking at? A bunch of
the beat. This is
audio dials. Okay, you made this beat, hell yeah.
The drums. Yeah, I didn't do the drums though, because they can't be fucked sometimes.
Right.
I got a snare here. I got a snare somewhere. Where is it? There. This is my snare.
I can't have snare. Turn on my headphones. I don't get any snare on my headphones.
Oh, you begin to snare. Anyway, so this I need you to do bust a quick freestyle over this right now. Can you hear it?
No.
You can't hear it?
No, I can't hear it. It's just black screen instead of
black
anything.
Screen.
Yeah, black screen, my man.
Let's see if we can figure this bad boy out. Yep. Okay. Yep. I'm streaming. It's fine. We're gonna cancel. Stop streaming. I don't know why. It's also a black screen just for me. I guess we'll show. Let's see if I can get. Where is it? There it is. All right.
This is the Mean Girls Burn Book episode. Fuck you, Billy. Fuck you, Wes. You're both sluts. You can't be trusted.
Fuck those cats. Those whores.
No, okay.
How do I do this? Okay, now let's. Here we go. Tell me if you can you see this?
From this, I can see it, baby.
Okay, can you hear it?
I can hear it.
All right, now we're cooking. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, you'll have to send this to me. Wait.
You feeling a groove?
12 seconds. Who's free? Are you freestyling or am I freestyling?
No, you're freestyling.
I'm freestyling because it looked like I was waiting for you. I don't have any freestyles, so that's what freestyling is.
Oh, okay. I don't have a freestyle on me. I'm a bit too tired.
Here we go. Let's random generate rap lyrics.
Here we go. Oh, that's a great idea.
Here Here we go.
All right,
lyrics
wait.
generator.
I'll restart it. So you got a little bar intro. So you basically go, I think it's 2 bars. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you go like 2 bars, and then you go into it. So just get some lyrics up.
Okay.
And then we're gonna have to like.
So it's like a Mad Libs form. Okay. So name a place, like a city.
A place. Detroit.
Detroit. Hell yeah. Name something you think about. Example: love or hope.
Pussy.
Pussy. Something that you might complain about, e.g., dirty dishes.
Dirty pussy.
Okay. Something you might complain about. Who are you talking to? Nate. Here we go. And now we need 6 nouns, singular nouns, e.g., plant or cheese. Or we can hit suggest, and they just like give a suggestion.
Yeah, just suggest them all. Every
Flamingo, cat, box, apple, teddy bear, bat.
I mean,
plural noun.
Yeah.
Books. Do we want to suggest 6 adjectives as well? Books.
Yep, may as well. Go for it.
All right. Single, quiet, smooth, ample, stunning, and bumpy. 2 verbs, e.g., sleep or walk. Roam and drive. And then a type of relative, e.g., cousin or mother. What do you think? Cuzzo?
I think the Cuzzo, yeah.
And finally, what's your artist name? It says that they got a rap name generator, so let's open that. Oh my god. It has like the full... What's your favorite TV character? Jack Reacher. This is just to generate my my rap name, Jack Reacher. Your real life first name, Dom. Your real life last name, Mr. Anderson. The name of a criminal. Who was that guy who's like Tommy Wiseau is meant to be his kid? You know who I'm talking about?
No. Oh, no, yeah. I think I know what you're referencing, but I don't know the name.
He's that guy who jumped out of a plane with like hundreds of thousands of
Oh,
dollars.
yeah.
Parachute. DB Cooper?
Yeah, DB Cooper.
DB, is it Cooper? I don't know, whatever.
I know,
DB Cooper's fine. Something really pleasant like
son.
flowers or kittens. Pussy. An adjective to describe your music. Smooth as fuck. The name of your favorite childhood pet. Let's say Winston, even though it's a lie. Alright. No, I don't want a rap card or whatever. Alright. Let's go. So,
right,
Tots Cooper.
What have you got?
Oh, there's
Tots
a bunch
Cooper.
of names. Tots Cooper is the top one. Then there's Coolo Anderson, DOM, Dom Palm, DA, Dom A, Abs Smooth.
Abs Smooth.
Abs Dash Smooth, DADB,
That's good.
Blackjack,
I like that one.
ANDRESON, Jack Trade, Anderson with a $sign, Dom Calm, Super Cooper, Smooth Face Dom, Tots DB, Tots Smooth, Damastic DA, Big Winston, Anderson
Big
Hands,
Winston.
Anderson Hands, Christian Anderson. There's heaps of them. All right, let's go. What Ab Smooth is my rap name. Okay. What is my rap artist name? Ab Smooth. Okay, write me rap. Here we go, finally.
There we go, we made it.
Okay, I got lyrics now.
Okay, you got lyrics? Alright.
I don't know if I'll be able to fucking sing it to the beat properly, but...
Alright, let's,
go.
3,
And they
2,
made me an album cover as well.
We're sorted. As soon as you record this, you're done. So, I'm going to count it down so you know where to put it in when you edit it. So,
well, yes.
3, 2, 1...
Yeah. Ayo, Nate, it's time. It's time, Nate. Alright, Nate, begin, yeah. Straight out the single dungeons of rap. I don't know the track, dude. Got the second time I've listened to the track.
You gotta go on the flow. Feel the rhythm. It's all what it's all about.
The cat drops deep as my. What the fuck? This doesn't even make syntactical sense. All right, it's. Here we go. The cat drops deep as does my flamingo. I never roam because the roam is the cuzzo of bingo. Beyond the walls of books, life is denied. I think of Pussycat when I'm in a Detroit state of mind. Hope the AT got some mat. My dad don't like no dirty rat. Run up to the hat and get the caveat in a Detroit state of mind.
State of mind.
What more could you ask
Detroit.
for? The quiet cat? You complain about dirty pussy cat. I gotta love it though. That's a different song. What the fuck was that? Is that the same track?
Yeah.
See, this is why you can't rap to a song the first time you fucking hear it. I'm rapping to the teddy bear, yeah, and I'm gonna move you everywhere. Smooth, ample, stunning like a box. Boy, I tell you, I thought you were an equinox. Yeah.
Equinox! Drop it back in!
Can't take the dirty pussy cat, can't take the apple. I would've tried to drive, I guess I got no chapel. I'm rapping to the everywhere, and I'm gonna move your teddy bear, yeah, as I'm in a Detroit state of mind.
Detroit state of mind!
When I was young, my cousin had an orthodox. I was kicked out with no ox and never thought I'd see that equinox. Ain't a soul alive that can take my cousin's paradox. A bumpy bat is quite the caveat. Think of pussy cat, yeah, thinking of pussy cat. Yeah, the cat drops deep as does my flamingo.
Hell yeah, that's a good way to finish it off.
That's the first line. The first line is the cat drops deep as does my flamingo. And it doesn't even make any fucking sense.
It does. It's all metaphors, man. It's all metaphors.
Damn, I'm going to have to cut that. No, that's cut. If you're just joining us after there's a bit of a weird cut, that's just because I cut myself doing a rap out. An AI-generated rap out. Did you see my rap album cover? It's pretty good.
Oh, wait, yeah, I haven't looked at it yet. Bro, that is pretty good, actually. Detroit state of mind.
The teddy bear hip hop, and it's like some, I don't know, it's like Kanye hybrid, like old school, I don't know.
Yeah, the teddy bear. The teddy bear hip hop. Why is that in parentheses? Did you write that?
No, it just writes that based on the fucking suggestions, dog. Yeah, I don't think flamingo was a good one to go for. Also, the name of the family member that we put in is Cuzzo, and it's really awkward to like drop into sentences the way the AI generates it. It really doesn't think Cuzzo is a word.
No, that's gotta get. The favorite part of that was you just like getting tripped up at the little beat change. You're like, what the fuck is this? It's a different song. So he's got to. Well, it actually sounded alright to start off with. Yeah.
Oh really?
You finished it. Yeah. You like skipped half the song. Like I told you had 2 bars, and you like waited for the entire half of the song to start.
Like a minute and a half. I'm telling you, bro. You can't listen. I'm not a rapper. Look, maybe if I hone my musical skills, I could get more into, you know. Why don't you freaking drop some bars, bro?
Nah, man, I'm just the producer.
Sure, you're just the fucking MC. Yeah, rap's in my blood.
Yeah, he's related to Emerald's son. If you don't know that, he's Cuzzo. He's Cuzzo's with Emerald's son.
I don't wish bad on nobody, but fuck, you're a nobody. So what's been happening, man? Now we got the hip hop out of the way, we can get to what's been hip hop happening. Now that we're all fired the fuck up, I have just come off like one of the biggest disasters of my life. I've been getting into arts and crafts, as I'm wont to do. I'm getting crafty. I made a candle earlier. I'm like getting into it, dog. It's like dope. So I made a candle, but I tried to make a resin coaster, because like I'm just like buying the shit from Kmart because I just want to know how hard it is. Like I want to know how it comes out and like how fucked it is.
I was gonna say lift it up and show me, but I don't think I can even tell if you could. We're going to lift it up. You know,
lift up what, the candle?
Yeah. Didn't you make a candle?
Yeah, I made a candle. All right, well, give me a sec. I'll go get
the candle. Show it to me. Go grab it. Hurry up.
All right, let's have a look at the candle.
All right, let's have it. I'll give it a out of 10 rating. Okay. All right. I dig it. It kind of looks like you're holding an egg. Here, I'm gonna send you a photo of what it looks like. It does
look like a hard-boiled egg, but it's huge.
So yeah, that's definitely looks like it could be a candle. Like I'm looking.
It's a candle.
No, I'm looking at it. I'm not entirely sure if it is a candle or not. Hold it up again. Hold it up.
Well, you just take a picture of your screen on your phone.
Yeah. It's actually, if I look through here, it's actually like it makes it so much clearer. I can actually see that way better.
What? Right, because you're fucked up pixelated bullshit. That's so funny. We'll just filter it through your like phone. Like
that looks good. Yeah, I can actually tell. Yeah, there we go.
But it's quite
nice.
big.
I'm impressed. How long did it take you to make that?
No, like fuck all time. It's not colored or scented. All you do is you melt, like you buy the wax chunks and you melt it down. And you put it into like a silicone mold. And it was a bit of a disaster at first because the mold has a hole in the bottom of it. Because before you pour the wax into the bottom, you thread the wick like up through it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I guess I didn't realize there's a hole in the bottom. So I was like, I guess you just like place the wick into the fucking wax and it'll like harden around it. But no, you meant to thread it up through the bottom. So there's a hole in the bottom. So the first time I did it, and there was just boiling wax came pouring out the bottom of it. I did it over the sink, luckily, because I'm an intelligent boy. But it was, it started out as a bit of a disaster.
But it's too hard to clean off. You can't just scrape it up.
Like, no, you just use hot water and it fucks off. But pleased with my candle overall. You just pour the wax into the, like, you can do it in the microwave. I was going to do it on the stovetop. And I was like, I'm going to have to fucking clean some pot, like, for ages. But you just put it in a plastic container and do it in the, Sorry if you can hear that background noise, guys. You put it into a plastic container, you put it in the microwave. And it's
sure. So why is that, like, a terrible thing? Why is getting arts and crafts a horrible thing to happen to you?
Right. Well, I made my candle, which was a success. Huge success, as you can tell.
Okay.
My candle's like my egg-based candle. It's just soy. It smells bad. But it doesn't give off any scent when you burn it.
Someone
into biting into it? No, it's the size of my fist. It's like I can't close my hand around it. It's not an egg. No, it's an ostrich egg. Ignore the fact that there's like a wick in the top of it. And it's obviously a candle when you're not looking at it in 120p.
That's the placenta for you to dig into.
That's vile and not how birds work at all. That's such a misunderstanding of bird anatomy that you have there.
Embryo,
but
I meant.
I graduated from candle very swiftly because candles is easy, right? Now I know that you thread the wick up to the bottom, you plug it with the little metal thing, great. But then I decided, alright, I'll cast some resin. So I bought this, like, it's like just a coaster mold, silicon again, and then I just didn't set it up properly. I was like, let's just slapdash do this on my fucking coffee table. That's why I was a bit late, because I would just absolutely fucked it. I think I ruined a pillowcase. I just, and because I can't like spill some resin and just be like, oh, whatever. It will like harden. It will become like a structural part of the fucking coffee table if I leave it there. And it was just like on a pillowcase, which I decided like, oh, just use this pillowcase next to me as a fucking base. I'm not going to spill any. I was wrong. I was so wrong. It was just a disaster. And I had like, I got it on my hands because it comes with gloves and they're like, wear the gloves. And I was like, I'll wear one glove because I'm kind of OG.
I'm kind of a badass.
So I wore one glove in my other hand. I had to like be like, fuck, trying to get resin off my fucking hand before it hardened into. Not that it was going to harden quickly, but if I leave any on there, just become a part of my body permanently. Resin, like just extension of my fucking self. And it's it just went terribly.
Yeah, true. What's your next prospect? What's your next thing to do?
My next thing
crafts.
Probably do resin again. I don't think I was satisfied with how it went the first time. I think I'll actually get like some plastic and put it down and make an actual fucking proper workspace with some tools and like two-handed gloves even. Just luxury shit like that. Just deluxe
resin. Just get rid of all the gloves, man. Just let the resin become part of you.
Just dip my hands in resin.
Those
I become resin hands. And I become armored and more powerful than ever.
But everything just tastes like resin. That's the only downfall from it.
That's the only downfall. Not that I literally couldn't bend my fingers anymore. Like, whatever position I fucking left my fingers in when the resin hardened, that would be my position of my fingers forever.
Yeah, just leave it in, like, gang signs. Just constantly like that.
So comfortable. Jesus Christ. I was going to say that you could paint resin around, like, your forearm, right? Because it doesn't matter if that hardened, like, because it'd just be like armor. But it's got to be bad for it to your forearm to never get air, skin? never get water on it, just fucking encased in resin.
Have you ever worn like clothes Like, trying to think of a good.
Yeah, man. War clothes, wearing them now. Unlike you,
clothes,
by the way.
It's
Wearing
too
them
hot
now,
out, man.
you're shirtless.
I got pants on though. I got shorts on. So
Well, if you
half
say
it.
so.
I had to answer. I only have shorts on because I had to answer the door at one point today. So
Oh yeah, getting a delivery.
otherwise,
Or just a
yeah,
stranger
I
knocking?
ordered some pizzas. Yeah, well, technically both. It was a stranger, and he was delivering some pizzas.
Sure, but they weren't coming unsolicited to your house. Pepperoni.
But there was, and they like Mayan. It's called Mayan. I know it had like it was just like a Mexican style pizza with like corn chips on it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, human sacrifice.
I rate it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Where's
Which
this
I don't know
from?
if is it. Do you think it's racist to call it a Mayan? Did the Mayans even eat corn chips?
Not well. The Spanish banged the Mayans, turned them into
Mayans turned them
Mexicans.
into Mexicans. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not racist. It's like maybe a bit disrespecty of a culture that was just obliterated from the face of the earth, like just does not exist anymore.
That's true. Yeah, I was gonna say, but they also can't really offend someone. Who
Yeah,
doesn't exist.
yeah. I guess no one's personally offended by it, but it's like not very reverent of
No,
what
it's
just like
kinda
naming a
weird.
fucking czar. I suppose it's a pizza shop. They honor people
It's a pizza
the
shop,
way
yeah.
they can. They have,
That's
you know what
true,
I mean?
and it's really good. Maybe it's because it's like it's one of the better pizzas I've had in a while. And maybe that's why. Like that's honor the
Is this like a
Mayans.
local joint or a?
Yeah, it's just like probably like 10 minutes away.
Sure, but it's not like is it like a Domino's pizza or is it just
No,
like
no. It's like like
Okay.
a little restaurant.
a little restaurant? Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Mexicans run it or Mayans? Sorry, Mayans run it.
Mayans, yeah, the Mayans run it these days. It's pretty cool. Finally, a comeback. They go to sacrifice someone to like book a table though. It's like, good, you know? But like, yeah,
You have to
you
do it in
though.
a really sick fuck way, so they have to roll their head off your roof, and they're like,
Yeah.
6 p.m. All right then, sir.
6 p.m. Wait, how many drops? How many drops of blood? Yep, that's right. 6? No, 7. Yeah. 7 p.m.
So you were saying something about resin and your clothes. You were saying, have you ever worn?
No,
clothes
not resin.
before we
I was
got
talking about like
derailed?
have you? I'm trying to think of what it was. I wore something and I wore it for like a couple of days straight because I think
Without
I went
taking it
camping or
off?
something like that. Yeah, it was like a
Hell.
thermal or something like that.
Yeah,
like a thermal
yeah.
shirt, and it was like really, they're really restrictive and tight.
I know what
And
you mean. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I wore one of those for like 3 days, and I took off my shirt. My skin was like it was like
Just
pasty
peeled
and just
up,
like almost like it was like disgusting to look at. And I imagine that's what it would like eventually get like under your resin armor. Except you couldn't take that off. You just
Not
rip
even
off that
eventually.
skin. You just like start taking it off and just rip off a layer of skin. Ah!
To cut through it. I don't know. So I assume there's some acid that dissolves resin and not human skin, but probably not actually. It's
Maybe.
probably, I don't know.
Yeah.
Science is
Well,
a big thing.
resin.
The worst thing
resin
about it is
has
you'd be able to
lasted
see
millennia,
the skin.
right?
What?
Maybe no, but hasn't like have they found like or maybe this is just from Jurassic Park. He's basing this off.
Okay. You're about to say something about amber, but okay.
Yes, but amber is a resin.
Yes, that's true. You got me.
so maybe it's actually preserving your skin if you coat yourself in amber resin.
That's true. But you'd have to be airtight. It'd have to be like a bubble around the
Yeah,
whole arm. Like you'd have to be your
So-
hand and arm and shoulder.
No. You just do like the arm, like your forearm and to your shoulder, and that way when you die, there's just a pair of beautiful arms left connected to this like
Just perfectly preserved, not aging arms at all.
yeah.
No, it wouldn't work like that because the bugs would get in through the chew because your shoulders would like rot away and they'd be
That's
able to
true.
get in down
They,
there.
then they eat the insides out. Yeah, that's.
But
We'll figure out
that
a
maybe
way.
I could, if I buy enough resin, I can cast myself in resin when I die, and that can be instead of
That would be fucking good. Imagine going to a funeral and you're just like standing up. Like that's how I would do it. Just like stand.
just some kind of pose, heroic pose,
yeah.
standing pose.
No, I just standing like almost like T pose.
T pose default pose. I'd do like a thinking face or like a scared face or a surprised
Oh
face.
yeah. Oh.
Although I
yeah,
would
just
be
like a
dead,
shit-
someone would
kidding-
have to do it for me.
Yeah, just like get them to manipulate face into like a sheer horrific like face of terror. And as like everyone's paying their respects to you while you're like, ah.
Paying the respect. I don't know how much respect you could have for a man who casts himself in resin for his funeral, but I respect it.
I would respect it too. I'd be like, it's pretty fucking weird, but I respect the commitment to the weirdness.
Sure. I don't know that resin's that expensive. The hard part would be finding some kind of way to do it, and someone would have to do it for you. Someone would have to.
That is a good point, because it would be expensive, and that probably would be a deterrent, because your family is going to be like, instead of donating his money to us like, normal people do with their inheritance, this motherfucker paid to get himself coated in resin.
If you could find a dude who'd do it no labor just for the parts, it wouldn't be that price. Surely it'd be like a couple grand, but it wouldn't be like a crazy thing to like have to do. But I don't know, you'd have to have some kind of mold, I guess, some way to, because it'd just be a block, right? That's the
You'd be like
a big block.
I imagine you'd just be like descended into it, and then just left while it like does its thing, while it sets. Yeah. But
weak.
Do you remember when we were gonna buy all that jelly and try and submerge someone in jelly and like have it like form around them? Do you remember that?
I kind of remember this tangent of thought that we have. We had a lot of sort of plans. This was a long time ago. This was before like YouTube and shit, but people were just like doing weird shit like that all the time and just like being douchey.
It was like 2008, 2009. Yeah. Well, it was during YouTube, but it was before people decided we should post ourselves doing weird shit on YouTube.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to do like, they had the Pepsi spa or whatever, where we just bought heaps of Pepsi. We're going to have a Pepsi bar.
Yeah. Well, that's reminiscent of us. I don't know if you were part of this particular club. You might have been. But the club where you take acid and then you want to bathe in warm olive oil. You just want to soak yourself in... No?
No, I don't think I was...
Just like,
don't think I was
this
part
is
of
like
that
the
club.
Dream. And I still want to do that. Still on my bucket list. Is to bathe in warm olive oil.
I was in the
Possibly
club
on mushrooms.
that turned the ensuite in the granny flat into an acting chamber. I don't know if you remember that.
I wasn't there, but fuck, I heard a lot about the acting chamber. Wasn't it the toilet in the granny flat? It wasn't even the whole flat.
It was a toilet. It was a toilet.
It was the little bathroom / toilet.
We were
and
like,
you would go in there and act
in
while
complete
chunged
darkness.
on acid.
yeah.
Was it in darkness? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was just, we didn't turn the lights on. It was just complete utter blackness.
And then you'd do scenes or...
Yeah, we'd do scenes. We'd like improv on the spot. And it got very emotional. The acting chamber. And we came out. It was almost like therapy. Come out and be like, whew, good stuff, brother. Yeah.
And it'd just be like out of the acting chamber. Would you play it yourself and do like theoretical scenarios, or would you be a character?
We'd be like a character. Yeah, me and Rashid were brothers in one, and we were like screaming at each other.
What were you screaming?
You were like, I'll tell you how much like. We were like, first, our whole thing was that we had an argument and like we were fighting over something, so we were upset, and then we were screaming at each other like we were going to fight each other, and then we made up, and then we came out and we're like, wow, that was powerful. I feel so much better now. Yeah, I feel like we got something off ourselves.
Darkness, in absolute blackness.
Pitch darkness.
But actually, I must say, it sounds absurd. It is absurd. It doesn't just sound. It is absurd, but it's almost genius, right? Because a lot of being like self-conscious and shit. Firstly, being on acid takes a lot of that away. And secondly, it's being able to like see one another and know that you're seen that makes you feel self-conscious and shit. So in terms of like really freeform expressing yourself in that way, that the darkness is actually kind of genius. Although I would be nervous about having a fake fight because I don't know when just like a fist is going out of it, just like someone swinging.
Well, yeah, we were like I can't remember what it was. We were screaming something at each other. We were just like, "I love you," and he's like, "I loved you too," and like we were just like, then like we're like, scene, and then we just like left. And we're like, wow. I got intense. We're like, woo, feel good? And I was like, yeah, I feel good. It was good. It was weird. And like, everyone was just like, yeah. And then we're like, whose turn is in the acting chamber? I'm like, all right, I'm up.
In the acting chamber? How many people is this? 4? 3? 5?
6, I think. I think it was
6?
like...
Can't believe I was invited to this one.
Probably, you might have been. I don't know.
I probably was. I probably had some other shit going on.
It was, I'm trying to think of it was Billy. Billy was one of them.
Billy was in the acting chamber. I know it would have been.
I don't know if he went. He might have went into the acting chamber. I can't remember. But it was Billy.
It was Rashid, Billy, you,
Kira, Leakstar, Ugalug.
Yeah, sure.
Who else? Oh, Dom. I mean, not Dom. Wes was there, but he refused to take any of the
Part in
acid.
the acting? Oh,
and
he's
just drank.
okay.
Yeah, and he was just drinking the entire night. And
It's just the wrong level, man.
It was pretty weird. He kept going to bed and stuff and saying he was tired.
He kept going to bed. Well, to be fair, when you're grinding down on acid after like 12-hour trip and it's just like 4:30 in the morning and you can't sleep because you're just like, get back in the acting chamber.
It's calling me. Come.
You're just very conscious
Come
of
inside.
how much you're blinking.
Liberate yourself. Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it now because like now I have way too much like shit on my mind constantly that doing that is a horrific idea. I'll probably go into psychosis. But
sure, it's all a bit cluttered up there. You know, back in the day when you'd be more freeform.
Free for like no worries, nothing really to worry. The only worry at the time was to like, that was the thing. Is like when I used to trip, I never had a worry. The only worry I had was if we were going to watch something weird, and that was my only worry. I was like, I don't want to get fucked up while we watch something weird.
I don't want to watch it.
But now
someone might get a fucked.com and
exactly.
That's fucked.org and
exactly.
ruin your whole fucking life.
So that was the only worry. But now it's like I get so many feelings about where my life is at the time, and I start feeling existential. I'm just like, fuck. That's what I imagine it would be, and that's why I refuse, because I just know that that feeling is there. Yeah. So.
Well, I've done acid a few times, but I'm pretty like comfortable as a person that I'm like done with it. I don't think that I'm ever going to do it again. It's like 14 hours. Like, it's ages. It's a lot. You got to strap in. You've really got to have nothing on that day and the next day and probably the day after just to fucking equilibrium back.
I remember after Falls Festival in like 2014, I was like, I would have considered myself as like an acid casualty for like a good 2 weeks, where I was emotionally just devastated.
Sure.
Like I was like full of just. It wasn't even I didn't feel depressed. I felt like nothing. I was like, I felt completely empty and just hollow. Fuck. And I remember just being like, getting back, and I was just about to start dating someone, and I remember just being like, I don't feel anything anymore. Like, this is fucked. I feel
no love, no affection, nothing.
Because I just had this the most terrifying fucking experience at this festival. Like, just being surrounded by thousands of people and just wigging completely out.
Just felt a month.
Not doing anything too weird, but
in one night, and it's and it's like, well, that's it. I go. That's my tap for the like. That's my quota for the month. I can't feel anything else. Were you doing just acid or trips this year? Were you like on MDMA as well, combo?
No, MD was out, which would have helped probably. It would have been a nice
maybe. If I do MDMA once, it's not too bad. If I like go nice and have a good night on the MDMA, great. If I do 2 in a row, I get depressed for a week.
Oh, really?
I just don't feel happy.
Wood,
I get, like,
that's a lot.
So, I'm just like so fucking sad. I'm just like sad and burnt out and like real fucking depressed. For a week.
Your brain would
really
just
bad.
your brain would just be like, bro, we got no dopamine left. Like we're scraping like right now. We're scraping.
It's real fucking bad.
Yeah,
but that's all part of the journey of life, baby. You gotta you gotta absolutely fuck your emotional well-being to find out what your limits are.
You gotta make sure you take some hallucinogens. Find a dirty fucking bathroom and get a friend in there.
Pitch darkness. Make sure it's a friend and not a stranger.
Yeah, dude. Make sure it's a friend.
Because it's tempting. At the time, you might think, "Oh wow, the whole world is my friend." Make sure it's someone you know.
No. Yeah.
You're 100% positive
take a stranger
you
to
know
the
this
bathroom.
person for more than a year.
That's how you get robbed.
Robbed, at least. If you're lucky.
At least. Or fucked in the mouth, maybe.
Well, I wasn't going to say it. It was going to go unsaid. It was going to be unsaid. I like to think that happens and then you just come out and you're like, whoa, good acting session, bro. Good acting session, bro. It got intense in there, though.
You were really feeling your role in that one.
That was a method shit, dude. Damn. Good acting, Shane. Yep. It can get dark like that. But I want to do mushrooms again. I've done mushrooms like a couple of times. Not enough, but they're good. Mushrooms are fucking sick. That's how you do hallucinogens.
Yeah.
Psilocybin.
I've never done them before, but I've heard like you can just teeter like with it. You can just kind of like nibble and then like.
If you're like getting on the sauce or whatever, you're getting on the tools. You're just like drinking. They're great to just have a little fucking side fucking hustle going. Just like buzzing in the background. Everything's all bright and shit. No, big ups to mushrooms. Big downs to acid. I mean, acid's fine. Experience it if you want to experience it, but like. It's intense. Like it's a big day. It's a day.
It's a long trip. It's you got to.
It's Uncharted 2 from very beginning to very end, with some weird interludes in there.
And not even that. And then you got to teeter off with a little Hotline Miami. This is very specific
to that's the best trip I ever had though. And we were smoking some of that good kush as we came down, because that's the key to like coming down of acid real smooth. It's firstly do it in the day. Don't do it at fucking midnight, because then it's like you're still tripping at 1 p.m. the next day. You do that shit at midnight, and it's just like, well, I'm fucked. If you do it at 9 a.m., which is a little bit counterintuitive, if you do that shit at 9 a.m., you can have the whole day.
On a weekend,
And as you glide down at like coming up to around 11 p.m., and you're just like smoking herb, and you just glide down nice smooth landing instead of just grinding down for 4.5 hours. Just fucked.
Yeah, do you remember hearing the train tracks? He kept thinking it was the fucking Reaper sharpening his side.
Yeah, that's right. The real squeaky train, like squeal, like train squeal, like from Godfather. Yeah. When he's thinking about shooting those guys, Michael's thinking about shooting those guys. That exact sound, and we're just like, damn, what if that's like? I remember that you were like, I shouldn't say this. I don't want to fuck you up, man. But what if that's like? The Grim Reaper sharpening his scythe, like coming for us. I'm like, why?
It was like funny in my head because it sounded like
I washed down the feelings. A little wolf cola, alright? It's the perfect cola. Yes, sharpen up his scythe. We should get one of those. Those artists who do fucking mad like metal like skeletons on motorcycles with like babes and shit. We should get done in that art style, like the Grim Reaper, like sharpen his scythe on a train track.
Fuck it up. Yeah.
And then do acid and look at it and see how we feel.
Yeah.
Lucky we bought extra wolf cola.
Yeah, we bought a case of wolf cola.
Wolf cola is the cola that you wash the feelings down with.
Yeah, to wash the feelings out. Did we talk about that whole thing on here? I feel like we have.
I think we might have covered it when we...
Yeah,
I believe we covered when... Yes, go back to previous episodes. I'm sure we talked about the Tanzan being a plate of nachos was our third. Because our friend double dropped. Here's the cliff notes. Our friend double dropped acid straight away because they were like, I'm tolerance is like much better and shit. I do this shit all the time. They double dropped and then 45 minutes later, they're like, I'm coming up so fucking
real fucking hard.
I'm going to go lie down. And they just went to fucking bed. And he just bounced out. And we played Uncharted 2 from beginning to, like, very beginning to very end.
Yeah.
Complete that whole shit.
And we had a plate of nachos that we had made to eat, that we sat on another chair, which basically became our third person to hang out with. Yeah. Gave it its own can of wolf cola. Makes it start, feeling some stuff. But tricked Dom into thinking that it had actually drank a can of wolf cola.
Yeah, so I knew logically they were nachos, but I drank their soda because I finished my soda, swapped with them, drank theirs, and then I forgot that I did that. So I went to, I was like, oh, I'll swap sodas with them, and I've never felt such fear, never felt such terror in my life. Then I poured some soda out on the ground, but that's another whole other thing.
I'm pretty sure we did talk about this. Yeah,
we did. In fact, I know we did. Because one of the YouTube thumbnails has Tanzan like in it, so look for the Uncharted. That's the app that you want to go
full
on YouTube.
Scoop.
Get the full scoop.
That was definitely one of the better trips I've had. One of the best. I think,
it was probably the best. The first time I ever did it was really
super
fun.
chill. Super
it
chill.
was, and it was
the first
day
time
as
I did
well.
it. The first time I did it was like, I think I was 17, and we got and Leekster snuck me into a pub at home. And he just by pretending to be like security checking my IDs at the back door, and then the real security came and like saw him do it, and then like basically just like closed the door behind him and just stood there, just like, as pretty sure they thought he might have been working there, and they're just like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, okay.
Well, sorry.
That's
so
fine.
he pretended to check your ID. He was like, "Where's your ID, big man?" Was he doing this as a joke, or was it like a genuinely a ruse? Because it's definitely the kind of joke he would do.
It was a ruse to get us in because
Really?
I was underage. Yeah.
So he would be like, "Yeah, you're good, big man. Come in." Oh,
yeah.
yes,
He checked it, like there was like a couple of people who came in, and it was me and our new Swedish friend.
Was he working there at the time, or was he?
No, he was just there. He went through the front, opened it because we couldn't get in, and we were all like me. I was tripping. He wasn't. There was a few of us that had taken acid before that, and he was just like basically just opened the back door and just like was like, "Yep," okay. He just pretended to check IDs, and then the security came over. Like, and there was this guy trying to talk to me as I was coming in. He was a university student. Kept asking like if I was a townie or not, and I was just like, yeah, I'm a townie.
I'm absolutely
get the fuck out of my way, bro! I'm trying to get in.
I remember that I joined you later, but I don't remember this weird con where he quadruple blast into me like I work here.
Yeah, and then and then the security came over, closed the door, and then they just like basically stood there, and then they were just like didn't question us, didn't ask anything, and then we walked off into I just like made a beeline immediately for just like Assassin's Creed style, just for the crowd, just like blending in.
It's to put your hood up and like blend with monks, even though you're armed to the teeth. Okay, so so the bouncer must have thought, oh, there's some like new guy from the bar who doesn't know that you don't let people in that door. He's just some bar worker who's like seen his friends and he's like check their IDs and like in they come. So that's so fucking funny. That's hilarious.
There was a few times during that night, the bouncers were like didn't bother us at all. But there were so many times where they stood around us. But there was almost like in my head at the time, I don't know, I was tripping, but I probably read into it way too much.
Yeah,
but we were like VIPs almost, and these guys were like bouncing everyone away from us.
Guarding
you. I remember we were just like underneath like the stairs that go up. It was like at the you know the place because you were there that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Can I just say it? I don't know. Doesn't matter.
If you want, I know what you're talking about, though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You know that like stairs that lead up to that little second balcony area.
Yeah, man.
Like it was we were under there, so we are just underneath there, and one of
this isn't a VIP style area, by the way. Whatever you're picturing, viewers at home, it's like a dank, like concrete bit of fucking just like shit. It's like stuffed into a corner. This like moldy corner of a pub. Yeah,
and there was like there was like a couple of security just on the right of it and the left. And one of our people we knew from school just comes over and just goes, "Sup, fuckers!" And then immediately bouncers grab him, throw him, and then toss him out. and then they just stand there, like in front of us, like looking the other, like facing away from us.
Just guarding. Sorry about that, sir.
Yeah, it sort of felt like it's fucking weird. And then we just see his head pop over, and he's just like looking over, he's like, "Oh."
Do you think he got kicked out because you said "sup fuckers" too aggressively, or do you think he had done something previously and they were like tracking him down, and he decided, I'll post up with these guys for a bit?
It could have been just the way he said it, like they kind of slurred it a little bit, and then also like kind of probably stumbled over there while saying it. It's probably a combo, and then but it's so funny. It just immediately boom, and they just stood there, like guarding us. And they were there for a while, and never got kicked out. Didn't buy a single drink because I was too scared to go to the bar and ask for one. Yeah. Because I was like 17, and I would have got kicked out.
Why didn't you get Leaks to buy you one? Andre Panur.
Because he was broke. I was broke. I didn't have any money to buy it in the first place.
Great, spend it all on acid.
Yeah, but that was my first trip. Was just chilling at that place for like a good couple of hours, and then walking around town, and it was pretty good, pretty solid. It was pretty fun. And Leakster was pretending to be blind, like just. had his dad. You remember seeing his dad's glasses? Those like big, like fucking massive rimmed sunglasses. Yeah, and he was like
pretended to be a blind guy. Yep.
Yeah, and I remember him going up to. I think it was. I'm trying to think of how to say his name without doxing him. The not the T-bone steak, but there's another T. Anyway.
Right, so, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. And he was like leaning up against like a pole, looking all seductive and shit. And then like Leakster comes over, starts like, "Excuse me, sir," and like starts like holding his arms and shit, and like just like gripping him. He's like, oh, such a strong man. Can you guide me, please? We were all just laughing at him. This couple next to us was like just staring at us as if we were like, I don't know. Either they,
blind guy.
Yeah, laughing at a blind guy.
Just be like, look at this loser. Look at this fucking idiot.
That's so good. Such a funny night. I remember you going up to you went up to Timmy C and like just like
Timmy Comerford, sure.
Grab you, just like we were just like, hey. It's like, oh, Timmy, and he just like looked at you and immediately like backed off. It was just like just turned away and just walked away. And then it's like you. I remember you came up to me. He's like, what the fuck's up with Tim? He's like,
I remember that. I remember that exactly. I was like, what the fuck was that? I was so polite. I was just like, what the fuck? That was like, yeah, it was truly one of the rudest things anyone's ever done to me. I was like, what the fuck? And then you're like, he's fucked, bro. He was like, he's on acid.
Yeah, he's fucked, bro. I mean, he was like sitting on the out in the front sort of like dining area, and he was just like sitting on a couch, just staring up, and he was just like
chowing down on some fucking.
He was like, "Bro, do you see that?" And we're like, "Yeah, it's a ceiling." He's like, "It's fucking crazy, man."
Yeah.
And then I was very surprised that
he wasn't handling his shit. Honestly, he was not handling his shit at all. No. I remember that. Fucking Christ. Of course, before we were 18, I don't know if you ever went. Do you ever remember going to the Sport and Rec Centre? The under 18 pub. And it was just, you'd just go play, they had pool tables there. So you could play pool for $1 a game or whatever. And you'd shoot pool, but just like have a lemonade and shoot pool at the fucking Sport and Rec Centre while 11-year-olds play futsal like 40 yards away. Like 40 yards away. There's bowling in the background. You never went and did that? I suppose you might not have. But we just like take free periods from school and just like go shoot some pool and like have a candy cigarette. Like,
so funny. Yeah, at the bowling place.
Yeah.
Lisa used to take me to the pub, and he used to like try and buy me a beer, but like that half the time they wouldn't let him. He's like, "Oh, can I just get 2 from a friend?" And I'd be like, "Oh, I don't have my ID on me." There was one time it worked. I remember there was one time it worked. And they're like, "Yeah, whatever, I don't care." Sure. Like, well,
it's like, yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. Just get one brew and then like wait 5 minutes and then come back and like get another one and just be like, yeah, I drink fast. Like I'm just like crushing my first. I just crushed my first one.
I just crushed that first one.
Yeah.
Like, you can't be drinking. You're not allowed to skull here. You're out. I'm like, oh shit.
And they drag him out, and you're just waiting for your beer at the back. No explanation. I suppose he left one out there, so you can drink that one and be like,
that one.
I guess. No, I used to go. He used to, especially in winter, he would do this because he and I are the first 2 to turn 18. I'm slightly older than him, and then it was him. So then everyone else was still 17. So in school, during our free period, because we both didn't take mathematics in year 12, so we would both have that period off, and we just go in mathematics, and I just drive him down to the fucking pub, the one closest to school, and he would have a Guinness, just have a pint of Guinness, and I just watch him. Like, I just watch him sink a pint of Guinness and go back to school.
That's ridiculous. That's so much. That's so. I can say Bish. Bish did that. Bish wrote himself off all the time.
I remember that. It was his 18th birthday, and I persuaded him. He was kind of older too. And I persuaded him to like go down the pub, and he just like, we all bought him a beer. I think it was like 5 people bought him a beer, and he had one. He just like had a 6-pack. And was just like, back in school the last half of the day, which is such a him move. He's such a fucking white bread motherfucker that it's like, I would have just gone home. I would have just been like, I'm fucked. I was just like, I'll get in way less trouble if I skip half a day of school than I would for just like being absolutely bored.
Going up there fucked.
And just going back to school. Absolutely chung-wad.
I remember going to Rashid's a bunch and used to go there and drink beers on like lunch. And I was like, a few times I did it was when I had art class, and I remember I didn't give a shit about it, and my art teacher knew that. She was just like, whatever, like this guy can do what he wants. And I remember coming one time, and I was like, I had like a couple of 4Xs, bro, for lunch, and I was tipsy. I was tipsy as fuck, and And I remember walking into art class and my teacher looked at me and was just like, yeah, just go sit down. Like, I don't care. But like, whatever. I was like, oh, sorry, I thought I had music. And she was like, oh, whatever. Just go sit down. And I went and sit down. The person next to me was like, bro, you smell like fucking shit.
You smell like
it's all I could smell, yeah.
4X is a pungent beer.
It doesn't even taste good, man. I don't even know why we used to drink it. It's not even good.
Cheap as fuck.
It's like one standard as well. 4X.
There used to be a real difference in price between beers, but now they're all basically the same fucking price.
They're all pretty expensive. They're all like 20-something bucks.
Yeah. Because it's just fucked. Inflation's fucked. And everything's fucked. Tax on alcohol.
Economy's fucked.
Yeah, it's all pretty much fucked. But remember when it wasn't fucked and we used to just go... I used to be the only one 18 and we used to go to a field every Friday afternoon. Just go to the woods behind a soccer pitch and like get blasted.
I remember us going to parks a lot. I remember us doing that. We used to go to the parks and take a goon sack to the park.
We'd listen to Johnny Cash on this tinny little fucking 2012 speaker. Like, not even 2012, like an old 2009 fucking Bluetooth speaker. Just Johnny Cash, one piece at a time, blasting in the field.
It took me so long to realize that it was illegal drinking in public. I never thought it was. Like, I remember, like, growing up, I never really thought about it. So until I once got kicked out for drinking in a park. And I was like, holy shit, I had no idea this was an illegal thing to do. I thought it was cool because the amount of times that we did it and nobody ever fucking
gave a shit. Yep, oh yeah.
Except for the time with Man-Child. And they fucking the whole platoon arrived to fucking
that was weird.
Sink some piss with us.
That's when we were underage. We ran into some army bros.
Have we talked about Man-Child?
I don't think we've talked about Man-Child. I don't think we are. That's redacted. That's like Black Ops shit, bro. No, Man-Child was just one of 4
if Tracy
or
Grimshaw
5.
gets a hold of this.
What happens if I get a Tracy Grimshaw right now?
Fuck.
I'll neck
you, cunt.
Neck means kill.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Wow, it means throw in the river. Yeah, they were just some dudes who... They claimed they're in the military, and I believe that they were. Like, that sort of explains what they were doing there. These sort of unrelated, sort of unassociated bros just hanging out. But they approached us when we were, like, drinking underage in a park, and they're just like, oi, fellas, where's the brothel at? Where can we get our bloody dicks wet? And we were just like, sorry, man. You're the wrong kind of neighborhood.
The first thing they said was Man-Child's be like, who's in charge here?
That's
and he like storms down the fucking, who's in charge here?
Who's the CO of this platoon? Who's the captain?
And we were just looking around and we're just like, who the fuck is this? These are cops? Like,
who asked
it's come out as
like
big ass like black SUV.
Yep, and we were all children, and he just proceeded to like threaten us and hang out with us. And Rashid rushed him on the premise that I was also going to rush him at the same time, but I didn't, and I feel bad about that.
Oh man!
But to be fair, he said, "You go high, I go low," and I would have gone low. I'd take low, but I'm not going to go high against him because that's the guy he worries about. That's the guy he takes down, even though he shouldn't be. Maybe his military instincts would have, his sharp military trained mind would have addressed the lower problem.
He could have just as soon as you went high, he could have just snapped and went into like a psychosis and just immediately just started ripping you in half. It might have even been like military training. You could like
PTSD.
She could have made a certain noise. Yeah, just both with one hand. I just remember like the being absolutely wigged out afterwards and being like, what the fuck was that? Like, because they stayed with us for like a good like hour. Like, hung out for like an hour or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were just drinking like the beers that we had. And and it all culminated to a point where he said that, definitely. Well, I don't know. Do you want to fucking say no to a bunch of dudes that look like they would just like tear through you? And if you're like a bunch of like
I wasn't drinking the beers, so I didn't give a shit. Yeah, one of them especially looked like he was about 40 years old. He was looking really and they claimed he was the highest ranking member of their squadron. Yeah. Man-child here.
Man-child.
Neck means kill.
Neck means kill.
oh, neck, yeah.
Wait, who said it doesn't? Who said it doesn't?
I swear it was Manchild.
One
I
of them?
swear Manchild said, "I'll neck ya," and then the guy. I think only maybe I heard him saying neck means no, it doesn't. I don't know because he was like,
I heard him
kill.
say neck means kill. Like I heard him say like neck means kill. Like he
And
whispered
then the
it
guy
almost.
who was
Like
the
to
Portuguese
us.
guy who was meant to be their CEO was just like, neck means kill.
Yeah,
And then Manchild was like, no, it doesn't. It means throw you in the river.
I think that he's just like, yeah, no. When I say neck, I don't mean I'm going to kill you. I mean I'm just going to toss you in the river, even though I'm holding you by your fucking throat right now, and I'm screaming at you like I'm about to murder you.
He was a wild man. I assume he's like in a prison, in a Turkish prison somewhere, some Turkish black side, like
Black side.
way off the.
Bro,
fucking
I
grid,
wouldn't be surprised if he was like caught up in just like all the civilian killings, like over in like was it in Iraq? No, Afghanistan.
In Afghanistan and Iraq. Yeah, by Australians as well.
Like,
have you heard
yeah,
about
by
that?
those Australians. Yeah, that's what I'm referencing.
Apparently,
Yeah,
this Australian
that
special
was Project
forces.
Manchild.
Apparently, the Australian special forces are the absolute loosest fucking war criminals in the world. Like Americans and British people are like, I'm not going out in the field with those people because they're fucking psychos. They just like land in helicopters and they just like execute dudes sitting on walls for no reason as soon as they get in, and then they like take prisoners and they're like, oh, bring the helicopter around. We have 6 prisoners, and then the guy's like, we only have room for 5 prisoners on board. We're gonna have to like do 2 runs, and then there's just like silence, and then no, we have 5 prisoners. Just like execute the dude in the fucking desert.
Yeah,
Yeah. Apparently it's pretty buck wild, but I
pretty fucked up.
gotta keep gotta keep our bloody freedoms intact
I guess.
by executing
cost?
Afghani children.
Yeah, that's what Manchild says. That's
This
what
is
that's
for
what he said to me that night. That's what he said to Rashid right before he was about to strangle him. This is for freedom. This is for your freedom right now.
To protect our fucking freedom. Killing a 17-year-old in a park. Alright, let's check out the Australian Special Forces credo. You ready for this?
Man. Yeah.
With the help and guidance of my faith, I will conquer my fears and succeed. I will keep my mind and body clean, alert, and strong. I will maintain my arms and equipment in an immaculate state befitting a Special Forces soldier, for this is my debt to those who depend on me. I will not fail those with whom I serve.
So really,
it's a bit gay.
What I
It's
get
like
from
the
that
part
is
where it's just like
they-
it's boring, where he's like, I'm gonna take
Yeah.
care of my rifle.
and he's like, because I'm in debt to you, because I made the decision to join the Special Forces. So from now
Well,
on,
yeah.
I serve
Let's
you.
see.
But in reality, these guys are probably like, if I would say anything that would like at all be against the army or the military, they would probably neck me, throw me in a river.
No, actually, neck means kill.
Oh. Yeah, I do love that Manchild became like, it's like almost part of our mythos in our group. It's like
no.
he's like an urban myth almost, like in our group, where some people have heard of him, some people haven't.
Him. Well, it's like him. Who else have we got in the anime? Like the head screw.
Head screw. Yeah, I
He's
see.
the
I didn't
head
know about the head
screw.
screw, but I heard about the head screw.
Well, he was just the head screw at the prison, but I don't think we really knew what the term screw meant back then. It's like a slang for prison guard.
Yeah.
So
he
it's
just
like,
thought
what
he
the
had a
fuck?
screw loose.
Yeah, he's the head screwer. He screws with your head. But the way he said it, he's the head screw. Right, buddy. Don't fuck
There's a
with
couple-
him.
There was a guy who was 21 and wanted to jump out of his car and beat us up when we sprayed his car with water guns.
With water,
Remember
yeah.
that?
With his
Yeah.
piece of
Is
shit.
that-
It's like Skyline that he put a spoiler on and lowered and shit. It's just like embarrassing. And yep, we sprayed it with a water gun as he drove by, and he just like came back around and was just like, I'll hop out right now, you mad.
I'm 21!
That's right. I was about to say, how the fuck did we know his age? That's because he screamed it at us. He screamed his age at us. That's right. I'm 21.
21! Oh, shit. Oh, man.
What a
And
proud
I'm trying to think what other characters there are. There's I want to
There's
say
just
like
various lines that we have that people said to us while we were committing crimes. There's, "It's your civic duty, boys."
Judy, yeah. I was
When we
in the bushes
didn't clean
there.
up, I see you hiding in the bushes. That was so funny. I heard that from down the block. I have a very unique perspective on that one. I was hiding in different bushes down the block. I see you hiding in the bushes, and then there was this silence. There was this silence because it was like maybe they were bluffing, so they stayed hidden in the bushes, and they're like, "Righto then," and they started heading towards the bushes, and then just like sprinted out of the bushes, just like just disappeared into the darkness. Absolute classic. Where the fuck are your shoes, bruh?
Oh, he on drugs? Yeah, that was a good one.
He on drugs?
Yeah.
Where the fuck are your shoes, bruh?
Yeah, he on drugs. Oh, what about
Don't you know
the
your
fucking,
dog's vicious?
Yeah, that's what I was
And on a
about to say.
leash. Don't you know
Stare
they're
at me,
vicious?
Jesus. Remember that dude just stopping? This guy just fucking walking his dog in a park off the leash, and these other people were just like in the park and obviously scared of the dog, and so they were screaming at him to tell him to put on a leash. This guy didn't like that. He didn't want a bar of it. So when they said put that cunt on a leash, he just stopped in his tracks and just stared and just power stance and stared at them, and they just stared. He was like, don't just stare at me, Jesus.
Classic.
That was funny.
Classic.
That was so good.
Put that cunt on a leash.
Don't you know? Oh, fuck, that was a good time.
Good stuff. I don't know how well the reminiscing down memory lane is going to translate to like a something,
It's
something
pretty
everybody
sporadic.
can
It's
enjoy.
pretty all over the place. But yeah,
Maybe
but I think
there.
it was but we do like have all these like a lot of our being in our group and talking and communicating is referencing and quoting people in our life, like that have said or think people, the characters we've come across in our life. And it's
embellished characters. Yeah, I suppose it's the same for
Yeah.
a lot of people. You know, we're relatable. You know, relatable guys.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, so comment down below. What is
Leave a
your
comment, leave a
go-to?
YouTube comment? Yeah, just write. Don't write any context. Just write
quote.
the thing that
Yeah,
you
just write
say
a
all the
quote.
time.
Yeah,
Just write some
the
fucking
quote.
batshit things that someone has
Yeah.
said to you. Yeah. Don't just stare at me.
Don't just stare at me.
Good
Oh
lord.
man, that would crack me up. That cracked me up when it would walk past. I remember I was like, I probably shouldn't laugh because I might get bashed. But like, but it's pretty fucking
Whatever.
funny.
I tell you, speaking of getting bashed, I need to think I need to take
You
a
need
bit
to
of
get
a break
bashed?
from. Yeah, I need to get my shit fucking rocked, rock hard. No,
Take like,
I need to take a break from the. I need to take a break from the fireboard because I think it. I tell you what, I think it's to me honestly as like entertainment, if you can call it entertainment. It's pretty much on the same level as porn, right? It's on this. It's like the same caliber of like the visceral, low,
like,
fucking
visceral,
animal part of you
animalistic,
that it.
yeah.
Yeah, just the worst part of you enjoys it. So I need to take a bit of a break of it because sometimes I find myself like the other day, this dude like, excuse me, the other day this dude like cut me off in traffic, but then we ended up going to like the same like parking lot. He just like
So you're
ran
like,
a
oh
red
shit.
and it's like I was kind of like beeped at him a bit, and he like flipped me off and whatever, and I was like whatever. And then I was like, I saw him getting out of his car from like across the parking lot, and I was just like, am I about to fucking rock? Like, what's going on? Like, swag on, and nothing even close to happening. But I found myself thinking like, wait, how? Plus, do you ever do this thing where you just like cruise around the street? Sometimes it's almost always when I'm alone, and just like cruise down the street and just like start looking at dudes, being like, yeah, I could probably fuck that guy up. No, that guy'd probably get me. Just like that guy'd probably take me. That guy, I'd not reach on him. I'd probably get him. Just like stay disciplined in the fight. I'd probably beat him.
Yeah, I usually do that when I'm walking like at night by myself. Like I'm walking home somewhere or something like that. I'll immediately if someone like starts walking past me and I'm looking at them, I'm like immediately if I'm listening to music, I'm gonna pause that shit. I'm keeping my back ears open. I'm like, yeah, I'm just preparing just in case these motherfuckers gonna jump me. Just like,
You
yeah,
don't switch to
here
a
we
fight
go.
track. You don't
'Cause
switch to the
I
fight
swear-
playlist.
People can't just walk like at nighttime. They don't walk. It will hear. They don't walk wearing like just a jumper or like or just like a shirt and track
Sweater.
They wear these fucking. They look like they're about to mug me. Like they are. They're wearing balaclavas and they're wearing hoodies and like straight up like the amount of people here that I guess because it's cold. So, but like they're wearing like the full balaclavas and a hoodie on, and they're walking with these massive pants and big shoes and gloves. And I feel like they're like I've seen it like so many times walking back. And every single time I'm like, fuck me, man. I'm just like maybe I have to get jumped.
You're gonna have to take this dude on.
Yeah.
I don't feel scared at all when I'm walking down the street. Not because I'm like a super tough looking guy, but I'm a pretty big dude. But I'm also, in combination with that, very poor looking. I don't look worth any time. Like this raggedy ass dude. Like my outfit costs like $15 from Kmart. No one's gonna be like, it's worth mugging that fucking guy. Like he's a bigger guy. He's not easy fucking pickings necessarily. And then what? I get $7 out of him. Like all this trouble, I get $7.50 out of him somehow.
Yeah, but then the real payment comes in. It's like, well, I've had a lot of pent up aggression recently, and it's time to then just beat your face in.
Sorry, brother.
Sorry, brother, but you have to pay and get him rocked hard.
He just gets the knife out and he's just like, give me your wallet. And then I just like get my phone out and start filming. And it's like,
Holy shit.
I just prop it up on a fence post. I'm just like, right there.
Yeah.
I keep dragging him back into frame and like rocking his shit. Rocking his shit. But he's not even poised like with the jukes up like boxing. It's just big fucking haymakers.
Big Caesar. I like to imagine like if you knock them out, you're just like, whoa, that's definitely gonna get the rocked hard brain damage there. Woo!
Well, I'm a gentleman, so I think I would knock him down once. And I'd say, all right, brother, you stay down.
So you're not going to give him the love tap?
Or you're getting the... No, he goes down once, and I say, you stay down right now, brother. Or you get the rock hard tag. That's it. To get off the highway. This is the only exit before the brain damage highway, my friend.
And then you give him the love tap, and he goes to get back up again. Bro, this is about to be not safe for life. I tell you what, you stay down.
This is the Seizure Express, my man. You're about to board, and this train doesn't stop, friend. Give him the good shit. But of course, maybe I'd just get my fucking shit kicked in. You know what I mean? Just as likely. They're pretty wild fights. They don't have. I'm not learning a lot by watching fight porn.
There's been so many times when I've watched one of those videos where it seems like it's going to go one way, then just completely switches up and goes the complete opposite way. Yeah, and then the other dude starts
just the one big good punch, just the one. Really
that's all. Like you see one dude who's like constantly like he's got him basically against the equivalent of a ropes, like which is a brick wall,
which is a concrete wall.
Boom. It's like banging him, and then all of a sudden this kid just like freaks out. He's probably like feels like he's backed in the corner, so he just like swings one hit, boom, and that's it. Like that's what happens.
Crumples him.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I started like when I went through a massive fight porn phase where it was all I was watching on my work breaks because it's just entertaining as fuck, right? It is. It's super entertaining. It was all I was watching. I'd have like half an hour breaks and I just watch fight porn on them, smoke cigarettes, and I'd be like, yeah, this is fucking living right here. This is as good as it can get.
This is living.
And it got to this point where I started to like, it was not really, it was like almost fantasizing about fights. And thinking about it, like at a forefront, I started like coming up with scenarios in my head, and I started getting like antsed up, and I'd be like, oh, yeah, fuck this.
And
but like,
it also normalizes it in your mind, where you're like, I should just fucking wreck this dude, just knock him out. Like knocking someone unconscious is just like a normal, chill thing to do. That's not a crazy thing to do.
Like. Whenever I thought about it, I was like, man, if I get into a fight, that's how it's going to be. Like, I have to knock this person out. Like, it has to go that way.
Go down.
But it also made me think, watching more and more, I realized how easy it is to get fucking brain damage by just hitting the pavement wrong. Like, that's it. That's all it was. And so it kind of deterred me a little bit. The amount of times I saw dudes just seizuring and obviously hitting their head, like, way too hard. It kind of was like, yeah, maybe fighting isn't the best thing.
Maybe it's
but
not
then you
cool
flip on
as
it.
I thought it was.
You flip on it. You like flip on a bunch though when you're watching the videos because sometimes the videos are just like, whoa, hell yeah, look these guys.
Oh shit! Look at little man go! Fuck yeah! He's got I tell you what's prolific is the body slam is like crazy.
I was about
popular.
to say
Why
that.
do people
I was
love
about
the
to
fucking
say
body
that. Yeah.
slam?
I was gonna say that's
Just
one
get
thing it
people
has
on the
taught me.
waist and-
If these motherfuckers try to come near my waist, I'm immediately just like elbowing like down. That's it. Like I'm not, I'm not fucking around. Like if they try to grab me, but like below from any like try to like go for a rugby tackle or anything, yeah, I'm just dropping my legs down and I'm just going like straight in.
You've got to.
I'm not gonna get body slammed.
You've got to go headlock and then fall back, like let your weight fall down.
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
ground and like beat the fuck out of it.
You basically just got to.
I should take like one UFC or one like wrestling class even, because even the most like basic wrestling moves would foil any untrained person.
Those,
would be like, what the fuck is this? With sort of, like actual technique, they'd be like, what the fuck?
You're like, how is he countering my body slam? How is he doing it? What forbidden technique is this? I can't lift
monologue?
him. Yeah. Holding them down. stuck in like
as he's like, wait, what? My body slam
what?
didn't work. But it's like super slow mo as they go to the ground.
Yeah. No, it's like they're just stuck. Like for a good 30 seconds, they're just like one of them's just like got the other one's head in like a lock as he's got hands around his waist, and it's just constantly shot in that, but it's just slowly zooming out. He's like, huh, what? How did this happen? What kind of technique is this? I've never seen anything like it. It's like,
forbidden technique.
Yeah, you thought you could body slam me?
Yeah. Life is like an anime. Everything that you see on the internet, you can easily recreate. Go out and fight people. No one's ever going to get hurt. You're just going to be the champion in all of those. Either you're going to be the big dude that absolutely fucks up the guy and everyone expected and saw it coming, or you're going to be the little dude who no one saw it coming and they fucking get the W. That's always going to be you, so don't worry about it. You're never going to catch a stray one on the chin.
There's the rare 1 in 3 chance that you're going to be the double knockout where you both just knock each other out. That's always a good watch.
I like that you say it's 1 in 3. It's way lower than that. But there's also, I thought you were going to say it's the 1 in 3 chance of like a third dude fucking runs in from out of nowhere and like actually clobbers you. Yeah. That's very possible.
And does he both?
You could be that guy.
One of my favorite videos. I don't think it's on. It might be on Fight Porn, but I don't think it is. It's like this one dude, these two dudes fighting like under a bridge in like New York or something, and there's this one dude, a third dude just chilling like at like one of the steel beams holding the train tracks up.
Yeah.
And like he's like these two dudes are like fighting on the street, and this one dude, it's almost like he locks onto this random dude, just starts punching him while he's like leaned up against his post. And this guy is so shocked. He's like, oh! And then he starts like getting into it as well. But this like one dude is just taking them both on.
So like he locks onto the wrong guy and like starts punching?
That's exactly what it seems like. But this guy,
why?
This guy's just chilling. He's literally got his arms crossed, like doesn't even. It looks like he's like looking down, and then immediately just gets like punched.
Damn, you gotta find it so I can see it.
It shouldn't be. Oh, I'm trying to think. It won't be too hard. I've seen it so many times.
Oh yeah. Okay, I think I found it already. When you're playing GTA, you actually lock onto someone else in the middle.
Yeah, so that's definitely it. Yeah,
this is it. Yeah.
Yeah. How good is it?
Just this white dude in this purple ass jumper.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Just punches him in the chest a couple of times. He holds his own a little bit. This is a short version. That's fucking gold.
No, that's it. That's the
gold.
only version I've seen is where he like is then immediately just like like he's trying to like fight him back, but they're still getting just clobbered. But how funny is his reaction to getting punched in the chest? He like
well, he didn't expect it. I like that the guy just commits. He's like, well, fuck it, I'm fighting this guy too. And I'm like, whatever. He's already done. I've aggroed him now. It's over.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for getting on the tools. It's just another Less West episode because he couldn't be bothered. I think you know what I mean. Fuck that, dude. Hashtag Less West for sure. But thank you for getting on with us, everybody. a pleasure to go down memory lane with my co-host Nate Shepherd. I have been Dominic Anderson. Thank you very much for getting on, and we'll see you next time, guys. Remember to leave us a little 5-star review if you enjoyed our sort of historical ramblings. Neck means kill.
No, it doesn't.
We'll see you next time, guys.
Okay.